Hey, I'm reviewing my first ever Horus Fresh Ales beer. They're a pretty new brewery. It's in California, like the Horus Aged Ales part, that only does barrel aged beers. Really small project. And then there's some weird thing, how they have Horus Fresh Ales that's in Wanakee, Wisconsin. And it's kind of weird because Untitled Art that's from Wisconsin, I've noticed that their cans are coming from Wanakee, Wisconsin. So I'm kind of guessing that there's some brewery there that some of these small breweries are using in Wisconsin to make beers. But I didn't really look that much into it. On the Horus website, it's only about the Horus aged ales, not the fresh ales. But who really cares? So this is called Osprey's Fresh Catch, and this is season 3, the green can. They've done 2 other iterations, and it's triple dry hopped, rather expensive, but it seems like they distribute this all over the country. But only tricklings of cases here and there. But I thought that people would be able to get availability to this all over the country. So I thought it was worth a review. So let's get to the beer. This one uses Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado. I don't know if it's the exact same malt bill and everything as the last Osprey Fresh Catches, probably. And it says 5 pounds of hops per barrel, so it's going to be intense. I recently had my first Horus Aged Ales beer that was pretty darn good. But this one is brewed, across the country, and that's kind of a perfect appearance for a New England style. Wow, looking very good. There's just about almost no finger coming through there. Right on the edge of opaque. Head looks really nice. It's very, very pale, but maybe not the palest. It's like a really pale golden, but it's glowing very nicely. Looks really good. That's pretty nice. Lots of peach from the Mosaic and the Citra. And pineapple-y candies from the Citra in particular. And a little bit of melon. That's a really nice aroma. There's a hint of a yeasty ester quality that I'm noticing now. Yeah, it's almost on the edge of banana. That's what I've been noticing a lot actually recently, is with these New England IPAs, people are really figuring out that if you have a complex yeast fermentation, it can really help to complexify the beer, but also I think to highlight certain fruitiness and hop qualities. But I might even say that this has a hint of a Belgian quality to it. It's creamy in flavor, very low in bitterness. Oh, I didn't mention this is also a little under 4 weeks old, so pretty fresh. I like that. It finishes with lots of peach, pineapple, creamsicle, though there's no adjuncts in this, just traditional beer ingredients. Yeah, it seems like that Belgian-y estery yeasty thing is staying right on the edge. It's not taking over all the interesting hoppy flavors. Yeah, it's pretty soft on the palate. I really like the feel. Really, really easy to drink. On the edge of being a little too sweet, maybe, for my taste. And the finish is like very slightly minerally, with it's fighting between tropical citrusy hops and almost near banana yeastiness. But really easy to drink. No off flavors. Looks really good. There is kind of almost a citric acid type tartness on the tongue that dries it out. it's not your normal like burning quality, chalky burn that you get from a lot of New England IPAs. This is milder than that. Even though 5 pounds of hops per barrel, I've come to expect a throat burn from that, but there's no throat burn from this beer. There's a little bit of earthiness from the hops, a little bit of a fresh, leafy sort of thing, probably because they triple dry hopped it, so some of the hops were coming after all the fermentation. But I'm not getting a lot of dank, green, oniony hops or anything like you might get from putting a lot of hops, in the basically completely finished beer. It's still definitely fruit forward, I would say, that comes from the hops you put in there during fermentation that can, while they're in there with the yeast fermenting, there's this biotransformation that can happen with the hops where it makes them turn into fruitier, sort of different flavors that aren't like raw hops, and it also blows off with the bubbles and the CO2 coming from fermentation. It blows off some of that more raw, volatile green hop flavor. So I feel like they probably they did like 2 dry hoppings like during fermentation maybe, and then the one they did right in the finished beer was a very light dry hopping, but that's just my guess. Yeah, really nice. I think the only problems I have is like that a slight too leafy, earthy quality. It's just a little bit dirty, but it's not messing with the fruitiness of it. And probably just dial back the yeast. Maybe they could ferment it at a slightly lower temperature, because it has, it seems a teeny bit like a Belgian IPA. But I've been noticing that in more and more of these hazy IPAs. Is it worth the price? I don't know, maybe. It is very good. Yeah, they say mango, apricot, watermelon. I guess I agree with that too. But yeah, I guess if it's really looks good and sounds good to you, go ahead and buy it. It's a rather pleasant beer, and I'm gonna have no trouble drinking all of it. So yeah, at least maybe 4.25. That's what I've been saying for a lot of beers lately. But I'm just getting really nitpicky about these. Now that I'm trying so many different New England style IPAs, I can really figure out exactly which ones I like and all the different flaws and different characteristics they have. And yeah, there are only a couple breweries that consistently seem to make exactly what I like. But there's batch variation in so many of these. But yeah, season 3, it's worth a try. Goodbye.